Hello. Tonight we're going to read Every Dog in the Neighborhood. Grandma stirs a spoonful of honey into her tea and frowns. Louise, she says, it's going to rain today. I can feel it in my knees. Are you sure? I ask. The weather is just fine in my knees. No doubt about it, says Grandma. Now, grab your raincoat and come along. I need to check on something in the neighborhood. I want a dog, I say to Grandma as we walk. We're the only ones wearing raincoats. Nonsense, says Grandma. There are enough dogs in the neighborhood already. How many dogs are there? I ask. Grandma will know how many dogs live in the neighborhood. Grandma knows everything. That's why I love her. But if Grandma does not answer my question, just as I suspected, she says, same as always. I'll have to write a letter to City Hall. A very stern letter. I decided to do the same. Dear City Hall, I am very upset and would like to know how many dogs live in my neighborhood. Sincerely, a concerned citizen. People listen if they know you're upset, says Grandma. 1 week later, 2 letters arrive. Mine says, Dear concerned citizen, unfortunately, we do not keep an official count of the dogs in your neighborhood. Respectfully yours, City Hall. Grandma takes off her reading glasses and tosses her letter in the trash. Louise, she says, sometimes if you want something done, you've just got to do it yourself. I decide she's right. I grab my backpack and collect all the things I am going to need. Clipboard and paper, a fancy pen, proper credentials, 1 red apple, 1 green apple, 2 chocolate chip cookies, and comfy shoes. How are your knees today? I ask Grandma. Cloudy but dry, she answers. I leave my raincoat on the hook. I start next door. I know that Mr. Pierce does not have a dog, but it is important to be thorough. Excuse me, Mr. Pierce, I say. I am counting every dog in the neighborhood. Do you have a dog? I had a dog once, says Mr. Pierce. His name was Harvey. He doesn't live here anymore, but he will always live in my heart. Does your heart live here? I ask. Oh yes, he says. It has for many years. That's good enough for me. I write down 1 Harvey. On to the next house. Knock, knock, knock. Hello, I say. My name is Luis, and I am counting every dog in the neighborhood. Do you have a dog? Yes, says the woman. Her name is Yoshi, spelled Y-O-S-H-I. Yosa means goodness in Japanese. Is Yoshi a good dog? I ask. Oh no, says the woman. Yoshi is a very bad dog. Today she ate one of my favorite socks. I write down 2. Yoshi eats socks. The third house has a big red door and a fancy knocker that I am too short to reach. I look through the mail slot and say loudly, Excuse me, my name is Luis and I am counting every dog in the neighborhood. Do you have a dog? We have 3 dogs, says a little girl who is even shorter than the mail slot. I write down Moose, Goose, and Caboose. Caboose is always leading the way, she calls. I hurry to keep up. All this hard work is making me hungry. I will need a break soon. But first, knock, knock, knock. Hello, my name is Luis, and I am counting every dog in the neighborhood. Do you have a dog? I have 2, answers the old man, and together they have taught me a very valuable lesson. I write down 6, Aesop, and 7, Fable. And what lesson is that? Asks Grandma. To go for a walk every day, I tell her. That is a very valuable lesson, says Grandma. We chop our apples happily, then get back to work. Knock, knock, knock. Some houses have cats. Knock, knock. Some houses have birds. Ding dong. One house has a Burmese python and a Komodo dragon. Thank you, I say, but I am only counting dogs today. Knock, knock. People like to tell me about their dogs. 8 is Wilbur. 9 is Orville. Knock, knock, knock. And I like to meet each one. 10 is E.B. Wilbur and Orville watch the birds all day, I tell Grandma, and E.B. dreams of writing stories. What kind of stories? Animal stories. I love animal stories, says Grandma. We brush the cookie crumbles off our laps and get back to work. 11. Agnes. 12. Oboe. 13. Junebug. 14. Frank. Brrr. Snip, snip. Tap, tap, tap. 15. Peapod. 16. Matilda. 17. Thelonious. 18. Monk. It is almost dark, but there is one house left. Tap, tap, tap. Creak. Hello, I say. My name is Luis, and I am counting every dog in the neighborhood. Do you have a dog? Yes, says the woman, and she opens the door a little wider. This is Ogre. Ogre looks me right in the eyes and doesn't blink. Is Ogre a bad dog? I ask. Oh no, says the woman. He is a very good dog. He helps me all day long and never complains. It is nice to meet you both, I say, and I write down 19, Ogre, never complains. There are 19 dogs in the neighborhood, I inform Grandma as I brush my teeth. Grandma doesn't answer. She is busy writing another letter. There are 19 dogs in the neighborhood, I say a little bit louder. Yes, yes, I heard you the first time, says Grandma. But you missed one, you know. Grab a sweater and come along. Hello, I say. My name is Luis, and I am counting every dog in the neighborhood. Do you have a dog? I do, says Grandma's friend, Mr. Kahn. She is sweet like honey, so I named her for a dessert that reminds me of home. Mr. Kahn looks very sad. She is my greatest friend, he says, but soon I must leave her and say goodbye. Who will take care of her? I ask. I am fortunate, answers Mr. Kahn. I know a kind lady whose grandson would like his very own dog. Dear City Hall, there are 20 dogs in my neighborhood. There are big dogs and little dogs. There are old dogs and young dogs. There are dogs with funny haircuts and dogs who are the eyes for people who cannot see. All the dogs are good dogs, even the bad ones. Only one of the dogs is mine. She is sweet like honey, and that is why her name is Baklava. Sincerely, Luis. P.S. I hope this will encourage you to keep better records in the future. The end. I hope y'all enjoyed. A special shout out to William and Charles. I love y'all. Good night.